What outcomes are you looking for from using SOAP UI Pro?
Mostly just the assurance that, if we make a change to the application, that the integrations are still all working correctly. Like I said earlier, it's easy. I can just click one test case, and it'll run through all the different scenarios I want to test, and I'll know within a couple seconds if everything is working or the opposite, if something broke, and I can go back, to make a small change. I can run through the test case. I know right away whether that worked or not. It's for what I focus on. So that's where
The quickest. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, just a quick answer. If I need to do that, like I said, versus manually doing testing on the cases, I can identify right away that something either is or isn't working, and then if it's not, fix it, or without going, days down the line that we find something later, we can catch it right away.
Okay. Are there constraints with SOAP UI Pro that impact your ability to complete a task or job?
No, I don't think there's anything really with it that I found I can't do. Probably more. It's probably the opposite, where there's more that's in it than I've had time to learn how to use. So that's maybe I'm sure it can do some of the more complicated scenarios in a better way. I just haven't taken the time to get that deep into it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Are there any constraints that make using SOAP UI Pro difficult for you?
I haven't run into anything yet.
Okay.
I mostly use like Excel sheets or CSVs or stuff like that, so I've been able to get it to do what I needed to do fine.
Overall, how satisfied are you with SOAP UI Pro?
I'm pretty satisfied. Really, the only thing I could find is it takes a while to load, but I have a lot in it, so that might be why. But it's almost the only complaint I have. But once it's loaded, it's fine. But
What's the time frame you're talking about in terms of a lot? Can you share that?
it's maybe a minute or two to get loaded from when I launch it until it's usable. But not like hours or 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm. What are SOAP UI Pro's strengths?
For me, I think just the ability to set up those. I keep going back to the data-driven test, to set that up and then have it just run a process and validate the result in such a automated fashion.
What about weaknesses?
I think there's a little bit of a learning curve to get into it. Like I said, there's some things that I'm sure I could take advantage of. I just don't have the time to get in and understand exactly how they work. So maybe there's some documentation or some training type opportunities to sort of bring that, expose some of the other things. Like some some of it you can walk through a wizard and it's pretty easy, but if you want to get into some of the deeper things, you have to understand how to write your own scripts or do some of those things. Some of that was brought up to the forefront.
Why do you use SoapUI Pro over other API testing tools?
SoapUI is the only one I really found that can do that. That can handle the stuff I wanted to handle, especially with the data-driven tests. And I didn't find anything else that could really do that.
Are you currently using any other tools for API testing or SoapUI testing?
No, we're not. We're only using SoapUI that handles everything we needed to do.
Did you consider using any other tools? Did you compare it to other tools? Was there anything that you compared it to that you were considering?
I looked at a few and I actually can't remember what they are, but either I guess I went to SoapUI Pro because they have the open source, so I knew basically what I was going to get. The other applications, I think you had to pay to even get in to use some of the features I wanted to use, so I didn't even consider those really. So I think, yeah, we had, but like I said, I couldn't get far enough into them to even know if they were going to work without getting past the pay or having to buy a license. So.
So how did you discover or learn about SoapUI Pro?
I think we initially were just looking, we got into using the SOAP based integrations probably almost 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably word of mouth from someone else in our company that they were using it. Also, it's just from a Google search. I found it. Found the open source version. I started using that.
And who made the decision to upgrade? How did you enable the upgrade to happen in terms of getting the support to buy the license? How'd that process work?
That was from basically we ran into some cases. I worked with my department leader just said I think it would the time it'd save would pay for itself really is what drove it. And then it's just we only did the one license because I'm the only one in our group that's really would have taken advantage of it. So it was sort of I think we was justified with the cost savings.
And in your organization, your manager can make a decision to purchase that. It doesn't have to go any higher than that.
Yeah, that kind of spend we can do. Yeah.
Okay. I think we've already answered this. The question is, what was the main driver to upgrade to SoapUI Pro? It sounds like you needed that data-driven feature. You couldn't do it with that. You couldn't do it with open source. So that was your main reason for upgrading. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And how important was access to support how important is or was access to support and quarterly releases?